What's up, guys? It's Nacho here, and welcome to another football roundup this weekend, which has been unreal. What a weekend of football has been. It's been so dramatic and unpredictable in all leagues and all in Europe. Fighting for the title, fighting for relegation, fighting to get into Europe has all been turned upside down this weekend. And also, we're going to talk about the FA Cup semi-finals. I'm going to start right now. Arsenal beat Manchester City. Just when you think the Arsene Wenger fans want him to go, he keeps them in there. He pretty much got them in the FA Cup final after beating Manchester City in extra time, thanks to Alexis Sanchez. They deserve it. They were the better team. Man City did take the lead to Aguero. That was so got injured in the first half. Then Arsenal got back in the game thanks to Monreal's decent finish. Sanchez got the winner. And pretty much Arsenal deserved to be in the final. Man City, first season with no trophy for Pep Guardiola. That's a shock. And if they don't finish top 4 this season, this could be Man City's worst season probably since the new owners of Man City went into there, which is even more unbelievable. But Arsenal deserve it. They will be playing Chelsea in the final after they beat Tottenham 4-2 in one of the best games I have ever seen in Wembley. One of the best FA Cup games of all time. It was incredible. Had so many great goals, so much incidents, and cracking game. Starting off with Chelsea took the lead thanks to Williams' unbelievable free kick. You could have said the goalkeeper should do better. Tottenham, then Son makes a stupid tackle on William and gets the penalty for William, scores it 2-0. Tottenham go back thanks to Harry Kane, which was their first shot in the whole entire game. That was 2-1 half time. Second half, Tottenham made it 2-2 thanks to a world-class, amazing pass from Eriksen, who takes the whole entire Chelsea defence out. Dele Alli backs in the back of the net, 2-2. Costa and Hazard came on. Doesn't matter, when they came on, they just pretty much said Hazard, first touch, first shot in the net, 3-2. And Messi scores an absolutely thunderbolt double goal to make it 4-2. It was a cracking game. Zuma's reaction for Messi's goal was priceless. It was fantastic. Chelsea were playing Arsenal in the final of the FA Cup. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm tipping Chelsea, but Arsenal, they know how to win the FA Cup. They could win it for the first time. They could win the FA Cup three times in the last 4 years. And people want Arsene Wenger out. I think he's going to stay for another 2 years, and probably Arsenal fans are sitting here next season. We're going to have all the chat again about Wenger in, Wenger out. Who cares? It's drama. We all love it. Not really. I don't like it. Anyway, that's enough of the FA Cup. Let's move on to the Premier League this weekend. And in the Premier League this weekend, we had some incredible shocks in the bottom half of the table, where it was all about the relegation battle, where Crystal Palace went to Anfield and beat Liverpool. Yes, Crystal Palace have beaten Chelsea, Arsenal, and are now beating Liverpool 3. That's amazing. Big Sam, he knows how to keep teams in the Premier League. He has that stability, and he has that mindset. You know what? This is what we're going to do today. We're organised defensively in a unit. That's what they've done the whole game. You could say Liverpool were poor defensively and didn't even turn up. Yeah, that's a standout from Liverpool. In the their league split into 2. The top 10 teams haven't lost in this season. In the bottom half 10 teams, I think they won 1 game or 2 games in the bottom half 2 of the season. That isn't good enough, and that ain't getting you top 4. As for Palace, deserve it. They're 12. They're on an unbelievable run. They are an informed team in the league. They could finish top half this season, and that tells you something. That Palace team, if it's well organised, we all know they've got core-class players. We all know that. It was Alan Pardew who. I'm not going to go with Alan Pardew. I thought he's a decent manager. He isn't a great manager, but he's a decent manager. And you could say Newcastle fans had a vendetta against Alan Pardew. Don't get me wrong. He's a decent manager, Alan Pardew. It's just he doesn't know anything about organisation of a team. Big Sam has. They will, for me, will finish top half of the season. They're safe. Liverpool, big blue. Because your arch rivals Manchester United also win. They beat Burnley, which I really was shocked because I didn't think they would beat Burnley. But they did. Man United are on a roll now. That's like 23 games. They haven't lost a game. That's astonishing. And if you go 23 games unbeaten, you're on the title. But the fact that Man United have drawn so many games this season, lost 3 times this season, last defeat was against Chelsea, that's astonishing. And they will finish top 4. They only have two games now. That game against Manchester City on Thursday is now massive. If they win that, they're in the top 4. And City are out of the top 4 and only 3 points behind the arch rivals Liverpool. They could easily catch Liverpool, finish third. This could be an amazing end to the season. Amazing, incredible. Also in the relegation battle, Hull beat. It was a trade between Hull, Swansea, and Borough. And Middlesbrough got humiliated by Bournemouth 4-0. They were awful in the whole game. Ramirez got a red card, and let's be honest, you could say it wasn't a red card. It is a red card. He stupidly fouled him in the first place. And why would you go in? You're on your card. You go 2-footed like that. Mind-boggling. But anyway, Bournemouth are outstanding. They play some really good football. Josh King, who's been in absolutely sensational form recently. Good strike from him. Afobe got a couple. It isn't good enough for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are down. I don't care if they haven't got the ep17 in yet. They're down. They will join Sunderland in the Championship next season. They're not good enough. If you want to stay in this league, you need A, goals, and B, I need to win games. They can't do both those this season. They haven't won a game in 2017. They're the only Premier League team not to win a game in 2017. They're going down. And our relegation fight was between Hull and Swansea. Both teams won. Both teams got a 2-0 win. Well, what do you think? Well, it's routine. But it wasn't a routine win for Hull. Hull were down at 10 men for most of the game, even though it wasn't a red card. If that's a red card, then I'm done with football because it's just ridiculous. But anyway, they came back and give credit to this whole team. Marcus still has an incredible home record. He hasn't even lost one game in 3 years in Estoril, Sporting Lisbon, and Olympiacos. And you put Hull into that. Amazing. But give credit where credit's due. There were some cracking goals in this game. Markovic with an absolute perler of a finish, and then the whole player scores an unbelievable goal, which you think, how does he do that? Why not done that at the start of the season? It's confidence, it's form. Watford were poor. Watford had the flip-flops on, lying back on and taking all the rays of sun, pretty much. And we all know their whole manager, Mazzari, isn't going to be a manager next season. Troy Deeney looks like he wants to be sold. It doesn't look good for Watford at all. But hey, they're staying up in the Premier League for another season. As for Hull, good win for them. But Swansea also win, thanks to Llorente and an absolute streamer of a goal from Tom Carroll. Some great goals this week. And so Hull and Swansea, straight fight, huge battle out for them. You also have to watch it for Burnley, who have also slipping down the ropes at the minute. But it's going to be an interesting end of the season in that relegation battle. And last game to talk about is West Ham versus Everton. Pretty much two teams, season's over. Everton look like one to finish 5th maybe. They have an absolute chance to finish top 4, but I think it's going to be hard for them now after this point. West Ham, they're safe. Pretty much both teams are comfortably 5th and mid-table for history. So guys, now look at the Premier League table, where the top 2 didn't play this weekend because they both played in the FA Cup, with Chelsea beat Tottenham. Arsenal, who also won against Man City, who weren't playing at all, so they stayed 4th, and Arsenal stayed 7th. But it's all changed at the bottom of the table. Nothing's changed, other than Crystal Palace have moved up to 12th. The bottom 2 pretty much are down. Sunderland didn't play this weekend, so yeah, who cares for Sunderland. And the other 2 teams, Hull, Swansea, and Burnley, looks like it's a three team fight for that last spot to stay in the Premier League. Now guys, let's move on to the Bundesliga. And in the Bundesliga this week, Bayern Munich's misery gets more misery after they were crashed out of the Champions League thanks to bad refereeing. I say because A, Ronaldo's 2 goals were offside, and B, that sending off for that wasn't a red card in any book, but anyway. And they couldn't beat Mainz, who are struggling for form. And they got a point, and even though Mainz were winning this game twice, they took the lead twice in this game, which he still can't even win. How is that impossible? I don't know anymore. But Bayern Munich, a point. They're not playing well. I think they got beat last week, so this isn't good for Bayern Munich. But let's say they're not going to play for this season. They've already won the league. They're at the Champions League. They played Borussia Dortmund in the German Cup, which pretty much Dortmund are favourites for that. But Mainz, good point for them to stay in the league for another season. Also, Leipzig get a draw against Schalke. Well, from both teams, pretty much season's over. Dortmund beat their arch rivals clawed back 3-2 thanks to who else but Aubameyang with the goals. But Marco Roy scored a pen, an absolute worldie from one of the clawback goals. Also Hoffenheim drew 1-1 with Cologne. Both teams fighting for Europe this season. Hoffenheim is not really, it's a good point. They were 1-0 down in this game thanks to Anthony Modeste with the goal for Cologne. Hoffenheim got back in the game with a point. Pretty much, they weren't at the races, Hoffenheim, but it's a good point, and a good point for Cologne to finish. Those one team trying to finish the top 4, one team trying to finish top 6. Good, that's a good point for both teams. Massive win for Darmstadt, who beat Hamburg. Another win for them, 2 wins in a row. If they lost this weekend, they're relegated, so they survive for another week at least. And the informed team in the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen, put 4 past Ingolstadt, who were pretty much down, thanks to Kreuzer, who scored 4 goals in this game. Werder Bremen are 7th. They're only 5 points off 5th. They could easily finish top 5. They can easily finish 5th this season. They were in the bottom 3 this time 2 months ago. Now they're 7th. Absolutely astonishing season they're having, Werder Bremen. The manager just came in. He's just put the whole confidence in that team. And this is a good Werder Bremen team. When you look at it, this is pretty decent. Now, guys, look at the Bundesliga table where Bayern are getting 1 point, 1 close to winning another Bundesliga title. Leipzig will finish 2nd. Dortmund will be above Hoffenheim after Hoffenheim drew this weekend, but they're 4th. Werder Bremen are the team on the umph right now. They're now 7th. Remarkable start and end of the season they're having. And the bottom 3, nothing's changed. Darmstadt, wait for another weekend to get the Arbor side in the game. Ingolstadt looks like they're going to join them. And it's anyone from Leverkusen down for that last relegation playoff. Now, guys, let's move on to La Liga. And in La Liga this weekend, it was El Clasico, where Messi shows why he is the best player in the world. Even if Ronaldo did not score, and Ronaldo is a good player, but who cares? He had an awful game. What can I say about Messi? He scores 2 goals, and 2 outstanding goals. The first goal was typical Messi. He just goes right about everyone, just puts it in there. Sums up Messi, really. But give credit to Real Madrid. They got back in the game as well. Real Madrid, I think, took the lead this game. Then was 1-1. Then, well, what do you expect? But hey, it was 2-2. Then it all changed. Sergio Ramos got a red card, and to be honest, he stupidly got a red card. Why would you go in like that? I know he had a whole, chat and shit with Piqué the whole match, but for God's sake, mate, just get on with it. You're the captain of Real Madrid. You should know better. But anyway, either he doesn't score goals, he gets sent off, or concedes goals. He does something in the Clásicos. We all know Sergio Ramos is a bit crazy. But anyway, but with about 30 seconds, I think about a minute remaining of the match, steps up Messi, puts it in the net, 3-2. He goes, celebrates, and that's a massive win for Barcelona, because this game was all about if Real win, Barca out of the league title, out of the title chase. If Real Madrid lose, Barca win, Barca are back in it, as well as Atletico Madrid. But if this is a draw, Real Madrid's in their hands. Right now, this title race is blown open. Anybody can win it now. Because Atletico Madrid beat Espanyol thanks to Griezmann's goal, which does that mean they're back in it? Because they're only a couple of points behind Barcelona, and Real Madrid do have a game in hand. But Atletico Madrid are the informed team in La Liga as we speak right now. It's going to be a really good end to the season between all those 3 teams. And also Atletico Madrid do play Real Madrid in 17-10 event. Payback may become for Atletico Madrid. And also the fight for 4th, where Sevilla beat Tony Adams' Granada. Granada looks like they're down. Tony Adams is literally going to pull out every hair that he has left in his head, because he's absolutely must be fuming. Because A, your player got injured before pretty much coming in the game. B, you wait for a substitute and they score anyway. And then all 2 goals were sloppy defensively from Granada. But give credit to Sevilla, a good win for them. They're hopefully to finish top 4. They probably will finish 4th unless they have a completely end to the season, which I don't think they will. Which is a good week. Hopefully finished 4th for them this season. Villarreal win 2-1 away at home. Leganes played well in this game, but when you haven't won a game in so long, Villarreal looks like they want to finish 5th this season. They have an outside chance for top 4, but I don't think they will. They've had a great season and had a good manager as well. Big relegation match in La Liga this weekend was Osasuna versus Sporting Gijon. Osasuna were leading this game 2-0 and conceded 2 late goals, and they got a point. And they almost lost the game. If Osasuna could be relegated this weekend, no, they're not. Another week probably for Osasuna to get the ep17 name too. But hey, they've had a horrific season. They've got no goals in their team, no confidence in their team. Sporting Gijon have an outside chance to finish together in the relegation zone, but again, you're going to have to beat these teams to stay in the league. They have an outside chance, but I don't see it. And the last game is Real Sociedad won the win against Deportivo La Coruña. Sociedad is so tight between Villarreal down to Eibar. We're talking about 4 points here. So any of those teams could easily finish in the top 5 this season. Good win for Sociedad to get them close to Villarreal for 5th spot. Depor are safe for another season, and their season is finished. Now guys, let's look at the La Liga table. Barcelona, with that win, puts them top of the league. Real Madrid are 2nd. Atletico Madrid are now only a handful of points behind those 2 teams. Are they back in the title race? Sevilla are 4th, Villarreal 5th, and there's a whole clutch of teams that between Villarreal and Eibar, we're only a couple of points separating them teams. We're in for an end of the season. The bottom 3, well, those 3 teams look like they're down. Leganes, they do have a little bit of a chance getting down to be relegated, but hey, those Sporting Gijon, Osasuna, and Granada have to have the best end of the season we've ever seen in the league. Now guys, let's move on to Serie A. In Serie A, Juventus, who are into the Champions League semi-final after beating Barcelona, showed why they are the class above the rest in Serie A after a corrupting 4-0 win against Genoa, where Bellucci scores an absolute perler of a goal. Magnificent finish, and the rest pretty much scores well. So good one for them. They're so close to winning, yet they're 5th league Scudetto in a row. Napoli only drew 2-2 against Sassuolo. Mertens, his 26th goal of the season. He's been a revelation. He is literally on fire. And it's just, we give credit to Sassuolo. They got back in the game. They took the lead in this game 2-1. Napoli came back from Milik, who's had a horrific injury season, but he gets a goal, boosts his confidence. 2-2. Looks like Napoli have missed out on finishing in 2nd after this. Big shock in this game was a cracking game where Fiorentina won 5-4 against Mario Icardi's hat-trick. Didn't make any difference really for Inter, because what a game. Some cracking goals, some cracking bad decisions for goalkeepers. Well, Icardi got a hat-trick. He's the first ever, I think he's the first ever Serie A player to score a hat-trick and lose a match. Remarkable, really. This sums up Inter Milan. They are good attacking wise, but defensively are all over the place. Fiorentina, a lot like Inter, attacking wise, great. Defensively, not good enough, which is surprising from 2 Italian teams. It was a great game. Inter looked like another season not finishing the Champions League. That's the most annoying for them, really. And also with the derby, Milan derby, which they pretty much cocked that up when they were 2-0 up. They're not playing well at the minute. They might easily finish 8th this season. Fiorentina, good run for them to get them close to Inter and AC Milan. Atalanta have had a fantastic season, win 3-2 against Bologna. What a season they're having. They've been a revelation this season in Serie A. They're now 6th. They're now 5th actually. Great win for them. They're only a handful of points behind Lazio. Wow, remarkable. And speaking of Lazio, they humiliate Palermo 6-2 thanks to Immobile again with the goals and a hat-trick from Keita, which puts them in a real good shout to be the best of the rest, apart from Juventus, Roma and Napoli. And last game is a big win for Empoli, who now won 2 games in a row against Inter and now AC Milan. Great win for them. AC Milan, season's finished with new owners. It's going to be a big rebuilding job at that club in the summer. Now guys, let's look at the Serie A table where it's Juventus top and they're 1 verge away and our Scudetto. Roma will play tonight. Win tonight, pretty much the whole probably finish 2nd. Napoli will probably finish 3rd this season. Lazio 4th, Atalanta 5th. It's between them 2 who's going to finish 5th, who's going to finish 4th and 5th. And the rest have had horrific seasons. At the bottom, Pescara and Palermo look doomed. Crotone have a chance, but Empoli's win, it's going to be hard for Crotone to catch Empoli. And you have to watch out for Genoa, who are not having a real horrific end to the season. Now guys, let's move on to Ligue 1. And in Ligue 1 this weekend, Monaco, who have also qualified for the Champions League, who are playing Juventus in the Champions League semi-finals after they brushed Dortmund to the side. They beat Lyon, which was going to be a real tough test for them because Lyon were playing well in this season and they're under a little bit of form, and they also went through the Europa League semi-final and they will play Ajax in that game. But give credit to Monaco, their determination is amazing. They could have dropped off, they didn't. They beat them 2-1. Fantastic goals in this game from Farcal, who's back and on fire recently. Good win for them, which puts them so close to finishing and winning their first Ligue 1 title for God knows how long. And their biggest challengers for that is PSG, who win 2-0 at Montpellier. Good win for them. Cavani and then Di Maria with advance. That classic Di Maria goal, really. Well, they really are trying to close the gap to them. If there's one team that really wants his title back, there's one team that really wants to end the season on a high, it is PSG after the horrific defeat to Barcelona in the Champions League. Toulouse get a 1-1 draw against Nice. Looks like Nice, its season's over. They will probably finish third. They ain't going to win the league. They've got too much work to do now. And with also Monaco of a game on hand, it's going to be very difficult for Nice to win it. But they've had a fantastic season. They finished third. Champions League for them next year. Incredible season for Nice. And Toulouse have had a decent season as well. Good point. Marseille, season gets worse. They couldn't beat Nancy, who were originally in the bottom three. If you know you're a bad team, you can't beat a relegation team. Not good enough for Marseille. Not good. Bordeaux, who are now up to fourth. Bordeaux are now up to fourth in the league after they beat Bastia, who are pretty much down and out and no chance of staying up. Good win for Bordeaux. They've had an amazing season. With the squad of players they don't have a array of talent like Marseille, Lyon and the top three, but they are a decent side and got really good young talent coming through that system. So they've had a fantastic season. They told me they'll finish 4th this year. I tipped them to finish 15th. And Lorient, who are now won our game, and they beat Metz 5-1. They're literally now out of the relegation zone after that win. They're up to 15th, 16th now. They look like another couple wins and they're safe. And they were rock bottom of the league 4 weeks ago. Mad. Crazy. This is a season where you literally get those crazy results. Ridiculous. Now guys, let's look at the Ligue 1 table where Monaco's still top with a game in hand over PSG. PSG are second. Nice looks like they're going to finish third. Bordeaux are now up to fourth. Put Lyon down to fifth. And the rest are all pretty much in the top 10. And in the bottom, looks like Bastia are really down. Lorient are now up to 16th. What a season this has been in Ligue 1. Now guys, let's move on to the rest of Europe. And in the rest of Europe was a big game in Liga NOS. Two big games actually in Liga NOS and the Eredivisie. We're starting off with Liga NOS where Sporting Lisbon versus Benfica. Big rivalry this is. And Sporting were leading this game 1-0 thanks to bad goalkeeping and brought the penalty pretty much. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing, taking down Bastos. Good penalty from the player who puts it in. And a fantastic equaliser to win. This could be an easy one any game. What a goal from Lindelof. I understand why Manchester United wanted this guy. What a finish. I know you could say the goalkeeper again, bad goalkeeping, but it's a great finish from a good player. Benfica, good point, and a very good point, because Porto couldn't materialise that point because they couldn't win against some team I never seen in my life. Incredible. And he told me Porto, who couldn't beat a team, we were fighting in the relegation zone, while Sporting, Benfica are pointing at Sporting. This looks like it's going to be Sporting. It does look like it's going to be Benfica's year to win our league. Porto got too much work now to do because they're dropping points. Sporting Lisbon will say they're going to finish third this season. As for Braga, their season gets more humiliated after they get beat 3-1 by Ferreira, the team actually above them, which sums up where they are being this season. Not good enough from Braga, and not good enough from Porto either. Now guys, let's move on to the Eredivisie. The big game in the Eredivisie this weekend was Ajax versus PSV. PSV won this game 1-0. This has transformed the whole title race into Feyenoord. All they had to do this week was after a massive win for PSV against Ajax, they now had to win, and they did win. They won 2-0 with a Vitesse Arnhem. If they win their game next week, it doesn't matter what Ajax do, they will be champions of the Dutch League. They'll be the champions of the Eredivisie. And to be very honest, they've been the best team in the Eredivisie by a counter. There's no team that is even close to them this season. They've scored so many goals, and they've got a really good defence. They've got some young players coming through. And Van Bronckhorst has had a fantastic season as well. Ajax, they got some good kids coming through, but they do have they can look forward. It looks like they're not going to win the league. Looks like they can look forward to that Champions League semi-final against Lyon and put all the chips into their basket on that. PSV, they haven't had a great season, but to lose it, to make sure Ajax don't win the title, and then they are their arch rivals, they must be happy with that. So guys, that's the end of the football roundup this week. Please like, subscribe, natural.